Welcome to the Kev and Pickle Show. As we always do, let us introduce ourselves.
I'm funny how? Like a clown? Do I amuse you? No, I'm not Tommy DeVito. I am Kev.
And I, of course, am Pickle. Who the hell is Tommy DeVito?
From Goodfellas.
Not Danny DeVito.
No.
His brother, I'm guessing.
His cousin.
His cousin. Not so bad. Kev, everybody, it's episode 86, guys. Thank you very much for joining us like you do every single week, and we love you for it. Kev, why don't you tell everybody what's coming up on this week's episode?
Well, this week, folks, we handed it over to you. Okay? All the topics are up to you. These guys. So this week's includes workplace politics and bullying, pegging, the Queen's funeral on TV, and there's going to be loads more, including our top fives, guys. So stay tuned.
We'll have a couple of topics as well that we'll always randomly throw in, but the main brunt of this week's show, guys, was picked by you guys. We can only take a few because we want to be around about an hour, so we took a few of them, okay? So we did. But listen, Kev, how about I jump in with our beautiful history from 1986?
Go for it.
Right, my man. There was some big things that happened. April.
World Cup. Was there a World Cup? There was a World Cup. Who won the World Cup in 1986?
I'm going to get to that in 1 second.
Okay, there you go. Great minds think alike.
Yeah. The first thing I'm going to say is that the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster was a fatal incident on January the 29th, 1986.
Blew up and take up, didn't it?
73 seconds from when it took off, killing all 7 crew members aboard. It was the first fatal accident involving an American spacecraft in flight.
That takes fireworks to a whole different level, doesn't it?
Like it does, I'm not being funny. There's a picture of it on thing.
Houston, we have a problem there now, wouldn't we?
Fucking
Apollo 11. Apollo 11 didn't have a problem compared to that.
Apollo 13. Hey, the fuck, Apollo 11, Apollo 13. That's what the film was made about. My God, Tom Hanks, Kevin Bacon, and all the rest of them. Kevin Bacon, that? Yeah, I think he was. Yeah. Football, June the 22nd. Right now, let me finish this because I want to mention 2 things here. Right, June the 22nd. That might have been the date that this happened numerous years later. Okay, as well. In one of the most famous World Cup matches, Diego Maradona scores 1 handball goal nicknamed the Hand of God, and then dribbles past the entire English team to score the 2nd goal. I'm going to cough, guys. Give me a sec. Holy moly, right? He then scored a 2nd one, which is classed as the goal of the century when he dribbled past literally like 14.
Peter Reid. Right? Peter Reid was literally trying to jump beside him and wasn't doing nothing.
He was fucked, hey. And then obviously, I don't know if it was June. I don't think it was June when we were in France, Kev, but about 20. About 20 odd years later than that, Kev did his own Hand of God, which if we ever end up doing cinema sex, I have my own story about that. And then the last bit of history, Kev, is TV show, which I did watch and was very, very good. The Chernobyl disaster, a mishandled safety test on the 26th of April in the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Pripyat, Ukrainian SSR, Soviet Union, killed at least 4,056 people and damaged almost $7 billion of property. The radioactive fallout from the accident is concentrated near Belarus, Ukraine, and Russia, and at least 350,000 people are forcibly resettled away from these areas.
Still going on.
Yeah, and then after the incident, trace radioactive.
Look, but fucking, it could be on the brink of it again. What's happening in 2 days' time? We're talking about putting out the episode on Saturday. We have to put it out early because supposedly the 24th of September is a day that we'll forever we'll always remember. Something's going to happen the 24th of September, supposedly.
But what is it?
Don't know. It was mentioned months ago by this German Chancellor fella. He said the 24th of September. And now, look, it's building up slowly that fucking Putin could go apeshit.
On the 24th of September?
Yeah, 2 days' time, the war could end.
I'm going to find out.
Nobody knows. It's a fucking future, you dickhead.
But did that girl with the weird face that looks like she has
second face.
Yeah. What do you call them things? You know, like a lump, like a bump, like a growth. No. What am I calling them? No, but it's not even that. When it's those kind of people, it's like a second face. The world is going to end. So a solar storm, which will end the world, is happening just after you listen to this, guys. Okay. So hey, we better call it a good episode.
Best of luck, guys. Thanks very much.
Vinny, Don't worry about the pizza thing. Might need to worry about it too much. And then look, Kev, as we always do, we got to jump in with some Bertus. Normally, certain years I like to say we got to stick with the ladies. Kev, this year we got to stick with the ladies. Okay. First up, Megan Fox, slut. Right. She is.
I got away with Hoochie Mama last week. You have to give it a slut.
Lady Gaga. Well, actually, sorry, hold on a minute. Megan Fox, right? I bet it was August. No, May 16th. Every celebrity seems to be in August, right? May 16th, she was born, okay? Lady Gaga, who is not a bloke and does not have a penis because Bradley Cooper slept with her, was born on March the 28th, 1986. Now, I look at a thing called famousbertus.com.
I was thought you were going to say if you look at porn.
No, not at the minute. No, I'm not the guy that was in Costa. So
who was he?
I don't know. I got names, but sure, everybody loves a rumor in the town. And let's not start or carry on that rumor right now. But Kev, you shouldn't have done that. Right. It goes in order of like celebrities. So number one is a guy called Andrew Tate, who is a professional kickboxer called King Cobra, right? I don't know who he is, right? Drake is number two, right? Very famous guy. Now, here's a good one for you. Do you remember the Olsen twins?
Yeah.
Right. Their birthday, okay, is June the 13th.
We're born the same day,
yeah? Yeah, okay. No, it might have been midnight. No, but it might have been like midnight, right? So, here's the weird thing, though. Why is Mary-Kate 15th on the list and poor Ashley's only 19th on the list? They're identical twins. Should they not have been the same number?
Maybe Mary-Kate give better blowjobs than the other one.
Maybe. I do love another wrestler in there as well. Seth Rollins. This is Bertha. Right, Kev. That is your history and that is your birthdays for the wonderful year it was, 1986. And me and you were just 2 years old. So, how was your week?
Pickle, I had to bring something up to you. A person that we try to get on the show, and we're still trying to go, hopefully get in the show in the future.
Yes.
She had...
Oh, no. I was doing
No.
All right, okay.
No.
That looks worse now that you said she and I was doing this to anybody watching. That looks real. I was a steering wheel.
This Jenny Keane. Okay, so Jenny Keane is
brilliant.
Excellent in what she does. She
brilliant.
Tries to bring sexual education to a whole different level. She was on TV3 the other day talking about the cucumbers going
out of stock
because they're learning how to get blowjobs. She had one last night on about orgasms, female orgasms. So I'm pretty sure it's going on. And she organised a sex toy show, right? So there's a sex toy show meant to happen, I think, on the 4th of December. It was organised for the venue in Dublin.
Right.
Okay. I seen this. I was like, hey, I might go to that. Me and Mrs. might go to that one. So it was meant to be announced today when it was taking place and all the details of it. It's so far now come out today that it was cancelled because the venue cancelled it because of what it stood for and what it stands for. So there's more like cancelled because it was a sex toy show. Instead of the late toy show, it was a sex toy show. So there was meant to be people, entertainers. There was meant to be different acts. I don't know what the acts were. Meant to be different stalls, different. So really, so people in this country.
Yeah, I'm reading it now. Just as you're doing that, I'm reading it now.
So small-minded. This like sexual health is an issue just because people want to play with toys. People think probably turn into an orgy. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. It's about sexual health and sexual health in women, especially, which I'm all for. It's because if sexual health in women will always have sexual health in men, because then we can talk about it. And if you talk about sex, but sex is fun. It's not a taboo subject anymore.
I mean, like we had Lisa on a few weeks back. Yeah. That's obviously
Lisa was involved. I think Lisa was talking, but like, Lisa's probably going to be at this show because
a very different type of thing. I mean, obviously, you know what I mean? Like she's a relationship and all, but she mentioned about sex and that, like, you know what I mean, and the importance of it. But like, anybody just obviously, hello, Jenny Keane is her handle on Instagram. Now she had a post up there today, like literally, it's 6 slides. You know what I mean? Like where she's just. Asking for help, but also explaining what the hell was going on. Like I did see, what day is it? Thursday, Monday or Tuesday, she was on the radio with the boys. I can't remember what fucking day it was, but obviously at that stage in her head, and rightly so, the lads' head as well, they were probably bringing it on to talk about it. I didn't hear it, but I'm presuming they were probably bringing it on to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like how this great thing's going to be coming up and blah, 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 but we just can't confirm it yet. And now for this shit, like, but like, who is you mentioned who's the vocal point here? Who's the cunt that's actually like putting a stop to this?
Well,
like,
I'm sure people don't believe that sex and toys and different things should be spoken about in such a vocal manner. Maybe.
Exactly, like priests like to do it behind closed doors.
I don't understand how this can be a negative thing, and it's what's going to happen here is she's looking now for a venue.
Yeah.
So there's going to be end up going to be bigger and better than it ever was, because people are going to come out in force to support this cause, because sex is good. Like, embrace it. Like, it was always a taboo. So, like, let's be honest, we don't want to go back to the days of kids being found under cabbage patches, you know what I mean? And kids being found under the stork delivered a child. Like, come on.
We were, Kevin. Imagine we actually were
like, come on, like, this is we're living in a different day and age, like
this is incredible. I'm just check it out, guys. Have a look at this.
Hello, Jenny Keane is a handle. It's sexual experiences and all this carry on. She just brings sex to more or less a normal level where people should just embrace having the ride and enjoying it.
Yeah, she's been on Iron AM morning. She's been on all the morning TV shows. This is
best of luck. Hopefully, Jenny does get to have the show, and hopefully, I get tickets
in the fucking Whelan's. In the fucking Whelan's. Whelan's, sort that shit out. Give that girl a night. You know, not like that. But Kev, apart from that, how was your actual week? How did you get up to? You had GA, Kev. You had GA.
I had GA twice. Unfortunately, both my teams are now eliminated from the championship. So I know I'm free.
Your son's team is still in it.
My son's team is still in it. Yeah. So the two teams I was helping out are eliminated. But my son's team is well and truly in there. He's absolutely delighted. So. Yeah, so bring on next Saturday night. So against Hunterstown Rovers, I'm going to see how that goes.
Hunterstown Rovers, Jesus, we mentioned that place before. The Traveller's Rest, my first ever job, stealing cigars. I'm bringing them into them. I have them all boys, not knowing what the fuck was going on in their life. So it was cool. But Kevin, obviously, you know what happened in my week.
I think we had a great week up until Saturday evening.
But it was okay though. Everything was fine. Everything was completely fine. I got the August today because at the end of the game, so for anybody who doesn't pay heed to football or anything like that, my beloved Rampart Celtic that I talk about a lot because I love them, lost 4-3 in the final in a game that, as far as everybody was concerned, we were losing 9-11-0. Shamrocks only had to show up, according to most of their players as well. But at the end of the game, reporter came up to me. Turns out his name was Terry Conlon. Okay.
I know Terry.
Yeah, come on to me. When we record,
we rock Celtic when we were there.
Yeah. Yeah, we recorder, right? We tiny recorder, right? And he asked me one question, which I'm still not entirely sure what the question was, right? And he put it up to my mouth, and he never asked me another question, and he kept it up my mouth. So I just kept talking, and now I was angry. I was on the pitch. I was angry and all that. But I according to the August today, I spoke very well. The best way of putting this, Kev, is do you know what the word mag something means? I was magnanimous in defeat. Okay?
Magnanimous. I think it means you're okay in defeat.
Yeah. So he prays on the side. Now, I don't remember. I remember parts of what I said to him, right? So I said, the last minute of the first half, it was a very soft goal. If you go in at 2-1, it's a very different second half, right? So I can't remember saying something along those lines, okay? And I was saying, look, like, I can't praise the lads enough. We only lost 2 games all season in the league, semi-final and a final. Not exactly. It was a season of our lives, almost being so close to winning everything. And then I was like,
Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll still not claim to be the best team in the world. We won the Clancy Cup for the last 2 years. At least we're giving somebody else a cup. It's nice to share. Kind of remember saying that, okay? But then I ended it, of course, with saying, fair play to Shamrocks. They have done the treble. They were meant to win tonight. Everybody was saying all week we were going to get hammered by them. But as you just saw, Terry, it could have gone very differently. And by God, it could have done. But no, 4-3 it finished. A serious session had afterwards, which was great crack. Not looking forward to the scales this weekend because of that. But apart from that, Kev, it's been a quiet enough week for me so far. Thankfully, it's been a quiet week. Last week was a bit mental. So
I've got a lot of messages and a lot of people go, Kevin's quiet this week. Yeah, no ticket controversy.
Yeah, no.
It's great.
We're trying to.
I bought tickets for Godbricks, right? Okay. For my brother. He wanted 4 tickets. I got him 4 tickets. Okay. So I transferred the 4 tickets to my brother. Okay. He sold 2 of those tickets, so he transferred 2 of those tickets to another person. So there's 4 tickets. So I transferred 4 tickets. He transferred 2 tickets. And guess what, Pickle?
1, 2, 3. I'm guessing the 4 people didn't get in.
4 people got in, no problem. I wonder how that happens.
Yeah.
Because nobody fucking tried to piss me off. And that dickhead, just saying, that dickhead is meant to be going to Salute tomorrow. I will up the fucking place bones in him when he's there, the prick.
Well, I'm guessing I probably paid for most of that trip, so
you paid for his luggage, probably.
Yeah, probably, for fuck's sake. Right, Kev. We said this week. No, would you rather?
I want to talk about something before.
And your would you rather? Sorry.
I was watching TV last night, right? It was Gogglebox Ireland was on, right?
Okay.
And it came to me. I've never seen an advertisement for a microwave, right? You ever seen a microwave advertisement?
No.
Or a kettle?
Off the top? Yeah, kettle I have. Yeah. Okay.
I've never seen a microwave. Or even a slow cooker. You ever seen a slow cooker?
Ninja now, Kev. Ninja. It's all.
Did you know what I know what was on the TV? 22 times. No, I think it was. Sorry, hang on. It was 14 times, Pickle.
Did you mark it every time it was on?
14 times. During the whole fucking episode of Gogglebox Island. What was advertised?
Deep fat fryers.
Fucking tampons, Pickle.
Jeez, I thought it was a food.
Always. Fucking what? Tampex, tampons, fucking, you name it.
Ultra, small, medium,
ultra, heavy flow.
They get bigger. Heavy flow, low flow, small flow.
Tenor lady. You can't be called tenor lady anymore because in case somebody gets upset because they're not ladies.
Here's a question about tampons.
But hang on a second. Why are they like they use them all the time? So like I use my microwave every day. They use them maybe once a month. Like why is there so many adverts about tampons? I don't care. Right? And most women don't care. They know, okay, guess what? I have to buy tampons. Okay. And usually you stick to the same tampon every time. Or fucking pad, whatever you want to call it. Okay. I don't get why there's so many advertisements about fucking things to stop bleeding and piss, right? When there should be adverts about things warming me food up. Jesus I don't get Christ.
It. And that does not warm your food up. Without a shadow of a doubt. Like.
What doesn't? A microwave does.
No, but a tampon would.
No, a tampon lady.
No, that wouldn't warm
and
your food up.
And applicators and all those carry-ons and strings hanging out of your arse. Fucking hell, like.
Yeah, but like, oh God, what I was going to ask was, what woman decided how many goes in a pack? Because some women might eat more than a normal woman.
And I love a normal woman.
No, you know what I mean? Like
a normal flow.
A normal. I love the way we're using the term flow here so much. I have to somehow get that into this week's episode.
I have no idea what flow means.
I think it's like when you turn a tap on. And your way like water comes out, but it just doesn't stop for about 5 fucking days.
As I said before, it's like stubbing your toe. You just get fucking used to it, Pickle.
Just get used to it, exactly. It's not like it doesn't happen every fucking month. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and like, sometimes like I don't understand. I have to go buy a box. Like you know what's happening. Like you know what's there. Yeah. Like would you run in and get me a box?
Yeah, but they even have an app.
Yeah.
They have a fucking app for it. Yeah. How have you not got a ready-made box prepared? Like, you know what's coming every month. It's like you go and buy toilet roll every week because you know at some point.
Every week? How much time is you wiping your ass?
No, but you know what I mean. Like, I want to talk to you about that actually later on. Okay. About swamp ass, because I don't really know what that is. Right, Kev, hit me with a would you rather.
Okay. So would you rather?
Okay, sorry about that. Don't have COVID. Honestly, I did test though.
Would you rather eat dog food, right, 1 day a week for the rest of your life?
Okay.
Or shit yourself 1 day a week for the rest of your life and everybody should know about it?
Easiest answer in the world. Easiest answer in the world. Dog food. I have been mad to eat dog food for years. Or cat food.
What?
Yeah, I swear to God. It's the easiest one you've ever asked me because I am a fucking weirdo, right? I grew up surrounded by a gazillion cats. Half of them we killed, half of them we buried, half of them they lived, okay? But
hang on a second. Oh.
What?
Half of them we killed, half of them we lived, and half of them we buried, right?
Yeah, we had it buried when you killed them.
There's no such thing as 3 halves, okay? There's 2 halves. In God's name. I know you fail maths, okay, right? That's fair enough. But there's never been 3 halves, ever.
No, what I meant was like, the half of them that we killed, we buried.
Okay.
That's one half in a sense, right?
Okay.
But you had to. There was two, man. All fucking inbred. Like, Jesus Christ, it's worse than Drada. Right. So, Kev, easiest thing in the world for me. I would. Now, I think after you had it once, you probably think, not a big deal. I'd love to know what reaction my body, of all people's, that my body would have.
Well, I know my reaction of if I seen you eating dog food. I would literally puke on you.
Yeah, still better than shit myself.
The smell of puke, the smell of puke, the smell of dog food.
Well, like, it looks so nice because it's all jelly, like, and then there's like little bits of meat and like
you can put it,
and then them seeds, like,
even the thought of it.
No, I'll tell you what, cat food looks a wee bit because it's a wee tin. It looks like you just nibble away on that, like, you know what I mean? But you know what I'd worry about? I ate a donut the other day, right? That's a lie. I took a bite of a donut the other day. Crispy Krems, right? I took a bite of it and I was like, that didn't taste that great. Fresh box, was delivered to work or something, all right? And there was a humongous hair in it that was then in my mouth. And that was not. Like, I don't mind the odd time that happening, but nah.
In the bedroom?
Yeah, but no, that was not eating a donut. Like, you know what I mean? Well, halfway through the donut, the last thing you need is a big lump of hair in your mouth. Like, you know what I mean? So it is. But yeah, no, Kev, for me.
But it'd be like licking an asshole. Like, you just think the whole of the donut is an asshole and then the hair will be stuck on your tongue.
Sometimes there's just no words needed for the shit that you come out with. No pun intended.
Have you ever licked an asshole? I never have.
No, definitely not.
Have you ever got a dirty trombone?
No, because that's when they blow into your ass.
Well, that's when they're licking your ass and pulling your cock.
See, I heard that of a friend of ours, wife, years ago, before they were married, right? Or even together.
Have you ever heard of an Alaskan Pipeline?
Is that the one in the freezer?
Yeah, that's the one. You shit into a condom, freeze it, and then the woman use it as a dildo.
Yeah. No. What's that one called? An
Alaskan Pipeline.
Wow. End up like Chernobyl. Hey, fucking hell, that's shocking.
But what a name for it.
It's I love the names of some of that shit because you're literally like, what?
There's your name in your episode, Alaskan Pipeline.
Alaskan Pipeline. Cool.
Alaskan.
I don't. Is there an A at the end of Alaskan? I'm sure there is. Right, Kev. We have to do right now a section of this show which we dedicate to our listeners because we said for 1 week only. Whatever they said for us to talk about, we would talk about for a little bit in the middle of the show, right? The first thing I want to jump in with, Kev, straight away is the first message. The first message I got was, what was your thoughts on the Queen's TV fucking taking over, right? What was your thoughts on the amount of coverage and how for most of the channels you put it on and it was like
every channel.
Her face go to a different channel to watch the actual fucking
or it was just another. It was like on Sky, especially. It was Sky Showcase. Sky, everything on Sky was changed over to the Queen. It was long.
That's what she said.
But know what I thought of? I just random thought. When did it go for a piss?
Two people said that to me. Yeah. And I think my wife's mum might actually have been one of them who said that to me, and it's a very good point.
Especially the kids, especially the two kids. Like, when did they piss or shit?
I'd say in the church, they're probably like, we've kids,
they were asking where the Beatrice and Eugenie go. They definitely went for piss or a shit.
Who the fuck are they?
Prince Andrew's daughter, the one he tried to finger her out when she was looking at the flowers.
Randy Andy.
Yeah.
He has kids.
Yeah, he's two kids. The fairy.
Wow.
Not the rapper.
Who pees herself on stage. No, fairy from Friends.
Yes.
Okay, I did not know. I just thought because he was a paedophile
he wasn't a paedophile all his life. And he was never.
Good job.
Hang on a second. An alleged paedophile.
Sorry,
I will always keep an alleged. He was never convicted.
My bad. Okay. He paid the 12 million to not get convicted.
No, his mammy paid the 12 million. His mammy paid the 12 million.
Yeah, so which means he definitely didn't do it. You know what I mean?
He's only allegedly done it.
Only allegedly. So no, Randy Andy, Yeah. So they took
my wife said my wife has a lawsuit from the royal family. That's why I keep saying allegedly.
Yeah, so him and Harry. I asked you last week how Harry wasn't allowed to wear his badges and stuff, but then he was. But they took off the ER, which I now know stood for Elizabeth Royal. No.
Okay. Yeah. I believe that's what it is.
Elizabeth Regina.
Okay.
Right. Sorry. Thanks to my sexy assistant for that help. Yeah. So I'm happy that because when they let the pedo do it, they had to let Harry do it, right? Because in fairness,
allegedly.
He's not. Yeah, but that's just it's too hard to say that. Podcast is we haven't done that in about 80 episodes. So they're like he's not part of the royal family.
No,
it's his granny.
Yeah.
Like, at the end, it's his fucking granny. Forget about the royalties. I know you have Holly and fucking Phil skipping cues.
That's ridiculous.
It's insane, Kev. It's over 30,000.
A grip of yourselves, really and truly.
They were only because they're part of the media. They didn't have
everybody, if given the option, would have skipped the queue.
Apart from David Beckham, because he's a fucking champ.
No, bullshit.
No, he wouldn't have done it because he known this would have happened. That's why he didn't do it.
No, David Beckham knew what he had to do. It's because he's getting so much abuse over fucking being associated with the Qatar World Cup and supporting Qatar.
Wait, is he?
Yeah, that his PR team had to come out and say, David, you need to do something to fucking sort this out.
Yeah.
Just like when he kicked fucking Simone, you had to do something to change it. So he's like, the PR team, and he's surrounded by a bodyguard and somebody else. It wasn't like he was down as fucking Todd.
Yeah,
true. Like, I'm a fan of Beckham, but hang on a second. Everybody knows what he's doing here.
Yeah. But look, I was back to the main thing about the television coverage. It was insane. I was in work, so I didn't see any of it.
All day, all morning, and all evening.
It was like remember the FA Cup final day back in the day? We used to be at Mikey's house.
Great days.
We play football all day and then go watch the game and then play football at half time and then play football after it and all that kind of stuff.
It was like, and then even after the funeral and after the whole, started showing highlights of the day. It's like, so literally, it was the whole day from morning to evening, constantly about the Queen's death.
So
and the Queen's funeral.
I learned from my wife that she told me the wrong place, but that she was getting buried under a church.
Yeah.
Beside her husband, her
mother,
father, and whoever else, right?
And her sister.
And all it made me think of was Game of Thrones. Because you didn't watch Game of Thrones, Kev. In Game of Thrones, they were buried in like these tomb things underneath the ground, basically, right? Yeah. And then, of course, they all came back, like alive, kind of thing, like, or some of them did, some of them didn't, right? Why is she there? Why are they all there? Why are they not in a graveyard?
Well, see, usually they're buried in the main church there. They're usually buried underneath there, okay? And all queens and kings and stuff like that in the families were all buried underneath there. The Queen's father didn't want to be buried in them. He wanted to be buried on his own with his family. So then she commissioned a church to be built, a private church to be built, as you do, okay, on the grounds of Windsor Castle, and that is a private church for them. So
you know who would love that? The McCann mother and father. They had their own private church and still fucked it up somehow. So they did. Allegedly, paedophile. Sorry, allegedly. Right? Okay.
So she commissioned that. That was finished in 1969. So he was moved from the crypts to this place.
What a year.
Okay, so he was, and then the mother died.
Crypts. You say crypts.
Crypts.
That's what they're called in the Game of Thrones. I think. Yeah, okay. Right. Okay.
Not crisps. Not potatoes.
No, not potato.
Crypts. So then the mother died and she was buried, and the sister died. She was buried, and then Philip was held in somewhere else until she died, and then they were buried together. So he was never buried until the Queen died.
Jesus Christ!
And they were buried together.
Aye, his wife, like. Yeah. How long ago? Any day?
Last year. He only died last year.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Prince Philip.
So he's only been buried now.
He's buried with her. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's insane, Kev. That is mental. Yeah. But yeah, the question was about TV coverage, and yeah, it was mental. It was insane, right? Oh. And look, I want to peg it back a wee bit here from a bit of seriousness to something that's slightly a bit more topic that was asked in that wasn't very serious, which was...
I seen this message coming through and I seen your reply.
Of course you seen my reply. Only one man was ever going to ask this question. Would you ever seriously consider being pegged? And I want to give you a couple of scenarios. Okay? So, you have the choice, right, of saving the life of your dog, right? Or I'm trying to think of two things that aren't that important. I don't want to say your kids because that would be the terrible thing to say, right? Your dog and some fucking cousin that you don't really like from Nottingham, right? Okay, so one or the other, okay? But in order to save the one that you want to save, you have to get fully pegged. Like, I don't mean like in and out job and we're done. I mean like you're enjoying it. Would you consider taking a proper
peg?
You don't say the way you say that means I could have just said, Kev, do you want to get pegged? Yeah. Fucking
no. But like I'd have to consider it. Like I'd have to take maybe poppers, or I'd have to build up to being pegged. Like I don't want to be. I'm not going from not pegging to pegging.
Yeah. What's poppers?
I think they loosen your
hole.
Loosen your. So they relax your muscles. So they could relax. That means they relax all muscles.
But does it make something go from this size?
Exactly. Your anus is a muscle, so relax your muscle of your anus, so you won't clench as much.
Right. So thanks for the topic, guys. Or guy. So as you said, you're not just going to.
I believe that's how poppers work.
Yeah. As you're saying, you're not just going to go from never doing it to always doing it. So
like say have maybe a finger or maybe two fingers, right. and then.
And did you ever let anybody do that to you?
No.
Yeah. You told me to. Yeah, you did. Right. So.
No, I never went in my anus, like just maybe around it.
Oh my God. So I was right with my answer then. Gav, you're pretty much 100% going peg me.
Well, you don't get pegged.
I don't know, right? I don't know.
How about just around the hole?
Well, like a bead.
No, even a finger.
No, I don't know. Hey, like,
I'm not talking about insertion, but I'm talking about. Like,
I love it for to people who all watch this. They got to see when Kev just said the word there. She also put the finger real close to the camera. Was like, yeah, right in like that.
Insertion.
No, to me, I don't think so. I think it's an outward journey down there. It's not an inward journey. I don't think I could do it. I you know what I'd be worried about? You know what I'd be worried about?
Okay, how about a lifetime supply of Tony's Pizzeria pizza, and you get pegged once?
Well, if it's just once, then yeah, like you know. What I mean? No, I think what the problem I'd have is, Kev. You know what? And this is hand on heart truth. What if I liked it?
Then you do it again.
But then you're a different type of person, aren't you?
No, you're not gay.
No. This can be something that a man and a woman can do. A woman.
You're someone that likes getting pegged.
Yeah, that's nothing to do with being gay.
Prince William likes getting pegged.
Is he the villain?
Yeah.
Imagine Kate fucking him.
I have.
No.
Okay, wait a minute. I've imagined Kate doing it to me.
Yeah. Okay, right.
Even in all black at the funeral, she looked well.
Of course she did. Even my girl looked well, so she did.
Your girl?
Megan. Yeah. Suits. She looked well, so she did. Okay. But yeah, look, and I think that kind of sorts out the pegging scenario. Kev's fully up for it. I'm worried that I'd like it. So, you know what I mean? Like,
I think you would like it.
I probably would.
The tickling your prostate. Milking the prostate has to be good fun. It has to be.
Would you ever, at some stage, turn around to a certain person and go,
my wife,
I think I want to do this? Oh, no, let me word that differently. What do you think her response would be if you said those words? I think I want you to do this to me.
I'd take a lot of convincing. I'd take a lot of wine.
You know what I think she'd say? Finally, I get to wreck you. Oh, it is like, hey, that's exactly what she'd be saying. Like, so it is. But Kev, I don't know let's just leave the pegging behind. No pun intended. Right. The next thing that we got in, Kev, was to do with workplace stuff. Okay. So let's break it into two, maybe. Okay. Workplace politics. Now, obviously, we've been working for 20 years. You know what I mean? We've been in jobs, Kev, for 38 years of age. We've been working in adult jobs for 20 years. I know I've seen a lot of shit in my days with people thinking that they're so and so or whatever like that. Any fucking stories from the past, Kev, that fucking like that you would have seen real bad where you're just looking going, fuck yes.
Oh yeah,
what
I was working with a fella, and he had a bit of a limp, right? He had a bit of a limp, he had a bit of an injury when he was younger. So he was always weak in his feet, and he was carrying glasses one day, and the tray fell, and the head honcho come over and went bananas, right? Went absolutely bananas over dropping this tray of glasses, and I'm like, oh, so it's kind of saying nothing, and customers were there. So customers were in the bar, and they were looking over and they're going, well, as I that's enough of that. I went over and I goes, the fuck are you doing? Whoa. So this guy's disabled. I goes, there's customers in the bar looking at you doing this. And I'm like, catch a fucking grip of yourself before I fucking turn you upside down and give you, like, it was ridiculous carry on from him. But he realised what he did wrong and he apologised afterwards to the young chap. What? My dog was barking in the sleep.
What? Rick? Dog's barking in the sleep?
Yeah, he's having a dream. Hey.
Don't wake a sleeping dog. No.
Hey.
Sleepwalking.
Delta.
Can dogs sleepwalk?
No, I don't think so. Well, they try to run in the sleep.
Oh, yeah, chest and hair. Stuff like I do that.
Yeah, that's what I do, yeah.
Snap. But yeah, no, you're right, though. That kind of shit isn't on. Like, I remember, look, this is Vodafone. This is way back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I certain people would just kind of, and this is a call center environment in Vodafone, obviously. You know what I mean? Like,
well, this is in the sick bay, you know?
Yeah. I don't think it's politics when somebody's fucking somebody in the sick bay. And we see a lot of that, but we must do a Vodafone episode, something we can just talk about all the riding that went on. Married, single, divorced, kids, didn't fucking matter. It was a fucking orgy in that place. So it was like great days, boy, great days. So no, but I remember like there was one person one time, right, who it was close enough to the time when it was closing down, and everybody was very angry and all this kind of stuff. People posting stuff on Facebook going, "Oh, fuck Vodafone, we're in here Christmas."
That was you.
It was, but I was going to wait till the end to say that story, or just to advise that. And I was like, "Fuck Vodafone." You used to always get even selection boxes every year. So you used to get phones at Christmas. This year they gave us fucking nothing, bullshit. Fuck them wankers, blah blah. Happy I'm in here drinking, right? Which we used to do in Christmas in Vodafone, right? And in the new year, I got dragged into a meeting, and it was a piece of paper, A4 piece of paper on a table, okay? And I was one side of the table, somebody else was that side of the table with somebody else, and then I think I had a witness as well, right? And they're like, so we've had a complaint about something that you posted on social media, and I'm like, there's nothing fucking to do with you. It's my social media. Like, obviously I was younger at this stage. And the best thing was, though, Kev, on that piece of paper, the person had wrote out the complaint, right, with my Facebook post, right, on an email, and they printed the email. So on the top of the mail, what do you normally see on an email, Kev?
A name.
A name. So I just literally was leaning forward. I just looked down, saw the name, looked back up, and went, "Cunt." Okay, no problem at all. But ever from then, you can call it politics. You can call it people just thinking that there were somebody. They were looking out for themselves, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, but like it didn't end obviously well in Vodafone, as people knows back then. But then another job that I left, very well left. How do you say that? Not unceremoniously. I left.
Left well.
Left well. Is that the right way of putting it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking gave the notice, and the boss didn't speak to me ever again. I saw her for 2 weeks and never spoke to me. Like, I don't get it. Like, you know what I mean? Politics and work make no sense. Everybody goes to work for a simple reason of you want to support your family. Everybody goes to work 9 to 5, 10 to 6, whatever the fucking hours you work, 8 to 4, whatever it is. People work nights. Me and you, Kev, we work fucking nights for long enough. So
you work to live, not live to work.
But right now, the way the world's going, and the price hikes, which I'm going to talk about in a minute because I have a fucking thing on it here, right? Because I'm after reading about it today. 10 days, guys. 10 days until the price hikes kick in. And I'm going to go through it, which is in a minute, okay? But yeah, to me, politics...
Oh, what a fun topic that's going to be.
Well, we just did pegging, and I want to talk about swamp ass in a minute as well. And we still have this week's quiz, which is called It's a Shithole. Get me out of here! Very good. But no, politics is no place in work. All the politics belong is up in that stupid big room that they have up there with the guy who I saw the other day. What do you call the guy in the chair, Kev?
Can't call you.
Micheál Martin, as usual, we talk politics here when we want to laugh at something, right? Was given out about people are heckling him and laughing at what he says. And the chairman wasn't giving him enough support. To which point, the Ken Carroll turned around and went, well, let me tell you something, Mr. Taoiseach. He was like, I'm ignored here all the time. I could be telling you, I could be telling this person, that person, that your time's up, stop, and you ignore me and you talk over me. So he basically was like, what do you want me to do for you when you don't even trust me or talk to me?
Respect. Respect is earned.
Yeah, exactly. Hey. Kev, workforce bullying. Now, me and you talk about bullying on this show. We should probably talk about cyberbullying at some point. Maybe we could bring on some people who've been impacted by it. I love a bit of internet bullying, show. Who doesn't love that? Hey, fucking wankers.
I wasn't. No. See, this is what annoys me, right? I got bullied, right?
Yeah, bullied physically.
I got bullied mentally and physically, right? So for people to turn around, and I seen something the other day. Oh, Mary bullied me. Mary's bullied. So Mary said something to this person, right? I'm making different names up. It lasted 5 minutes. That is not bullying.
No.
That is just someone saying shite about you.
Yeah.
Okay. Same way as Jimmy or whatever his name was the other day. Can't remember his name.
Jimmy Salou. Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't bullying. That was just harassment.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's not bullying. Bullying is an extended period of time, which I get pissed off about when people say, "Oh, they're bullying me." No, they're not bullying you. That's just disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
Or having an argument with you. That's not bullying. Bullying is an extended period of time.
And do you think that's something these days that kids don't know or do know?
Well,
if you know what I
mean? They're learning a lot about it at school. There's my kids were learning about it at school this week. And they were talking about it when they come home, and I was like, telling them, I got bullied and stuff like that. Like, so they're like, oh, right, okay.
Yeah, but have that chat. It's great to be able to, like, you're not just saying, oh, well, it's probably terrible, and oh, yeah, you should.
And I told them, I go, if you ever bully somebody, you're out of my fucking house, because I know how it made me feel. So they are not to be a bully.
Exactly. And Kev, you're right. You talked about this way back in the day with us when we were doing this podcast. I think it was actually on the live show, possibly in Oscars. I think we might have talked about.
Yeah. So my kids would not be bullies, otherwise they don't live in my house anymore.
That's good enough for me. But no, I think, and bullying in the workplace, again, as you said, Kev, it can be over a long period of time. It can fuck up in people's heads. There's no need for that shit. As we already said, people are going to work for a reason. Majority of them is because they have a family. They don't need shit like that. You bully somebody like that, and then they go home to work. They're taking it on their family, all because you are being a fucking
dick.
Bell end. Exactly right. And you're fucking up. You're not fucking up one person's life. You could be fucking up 3 or 4 people's lives. You got as soon as that person walks back in their door.
Mbappe is shit. I'm just saying.
Mbappe. Wait, what's the score?
It's 2-0, but he's just not as good as he thinks he is.
No, of course he's not. Jesus Christ, you mad? Kev, what is swamp ass?
I don't know. Is it just wet ass? No, like sometimes when you wake up, you might have wet ass, and you just have to wipe your ass.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to wipe your ass.
I get that a lot.
See, you're a big man.
Is that why?
I'd say so.
So you don't get it?
I get sweaty ass every now and again, but I wouldn't. I don't imagine I'd be getting as much as you would.
Thanks. No, I'm like.
No, but like you'd have a sweatier ass than I'd have.
I think so. Like I know I do. Like today I noticed it, and like it wasn't like it was like 40 degrees out. Although it did get very warm in the afternoon, despite a very wet morning. But no, I don't know, Kev.
Just use toilet roll and wipe your ass.
No, I do. But if you're walking up the town, you know when you're exactly right. Whoa. So like, there's 2 different things that can happen to a bloke, front and back. Right, so if you're walking, right?
Did you ever front and back?
I'm explaining to you now, right? Okay. Did you ever have it that you're walking and like say your ball stuck to your leg, so you had to do that manly thing where you move your leg a certain way without having to?
I don't. I just put my hand on me. I just put my hand on my pants and just fix it. I don't do this whole fucking pretending to do like a squat or a lunge or anything like that. No, I just put my hand down straight down and pull him up just to free him from the sides, and then he's good to go again.
I love
I just don't find, like, everybody knows you're doing it, so you may as well just be open and upfront about it.
Yeah, that's true. Kev, before we jump in to this week's quiz, I want to do a quick update on our fantasy football, okay? I got 62 points this week, which means I fucking flew ahead of you, buddy. So it is, okay? So the leaders that we currently have, I'm up to 53rd. Keon Clark is still on top with Grey FT, okay? James McRae with Bite Your Legs is chasing up behind him, though. He's only fucking 18 points behind, 17 points behind him, okay? But more importantly, as we approach Novena season, I am on 53rd. Kev is, I'll only just keep scrolling here, 66th.
How much is in between us?
You do maths, 370, and I'm on 16 points, Kev. So there is. Oh, it's only one week, and there's no football this week, obviously. So
it's only one day. It's one player.
It's one player getting a goal or two. You know what I mean? That's all it is. So it is, okay? But no, Kev, I'm definitely not going to the Novena. Kev, quick thing for you. I saw something on RTE today on the news. How close do you think we could be to a Republic Ireland? Sorry, United Ireland. Apologies, like as in all one.
I don't think we're close at all. I know that thing came out today about there's more Catholics than Protestants.
That's exactly what I was going to tell you.
In the north, but do all Catholics want to United Ireland in the north?
Probably.
Do all Catholics want to northern? Does all Catholics down here want to United Ireland?
Hopefully, no. I mean,
what?
Like, I'm a Protestant, and like,
would you like a United Ireland?
Well, yeah, it was just nice to have a better football team.
But yeah, you have to go with all the taxes and all the bin charges and all that afterwards, because like they get all that free.
Yeah, but then maybe we could get it free.
But no, but then it's United Ireland.
Yeah, but
I don't think it'll ever happen. I think it will go to a vote and it will fail. Me personally, I think it bankrupt us. We're already broke as it is, so I don't think that would work for us. But if we have financial stability, then okay, go for it.
Yeah. And then talk about being broke. As I said earlier on, Kay, in 10 days' time, you have Electric Ireland, Prepaid Power, Community Power, SSE, Board Gas, and Energia, all hiking up the prices to everybody. It's going to be around about 40 quid extra a month, give or take another 5 or 10 quid. I can't wait for that. Kev, you know what it is, like? It's that time of the show, man. What is the time for, Kev? Time for
award with our sponsors.
As always, video people are going, nothing happened. Audio people, go get a Tony's. Right, Kev, it is time for a fucking quiz.
I have top 5.
We're doing that last, Kev. I want to get this quiz out of the way. Otherwise, I am going to forget how to do it. Right, so, Kev, we have done tits. We have done penises. We have done asses. The most logical thing then I thought after all of them topics was the shittiest places in the world you can live. Okay?
Drogheda.
Well, yeah, but it's countries and Ireland doesn't count, right? So this week's quiz, as I said, is called
Drogheda should be a country on its own. It should be blown up by Cromwell, as I said before, and just left it to the Irish on its fucking own.
The hell or the Connacht. Is that the right guy?
That's him.
Fucking I remember that from history. Thanks, Miss McHenry. Right. So Kev, this week's quiz is called, as I said, It's a Shithole. Get me out of here! That was really good. I'm going to get that in desktop, no problem at all. So, we are judging this, right? Top 10 countries, as in the shittiest, so basically the top 10 lowest countries, okay? On a thing called the Misery Index, right? This was originally introduced by Arthur Ukon, right? Some prick, right? So anyway, the reason that it's about, okay, is very simple, right? It's so simple in concept. The equation adds together the unemployment rate, inflation rate, bank lending rate, then subtracts the percentage of change in real. I'm getting bored of that. So listen, it's the worst places you can live in, right? So Kev, I have 10 countries for you. I have paired them off into a little freestyle competition thingy here, okay? So I'm going to name 2 countries. You tell me which one is the worst of the 2. First up, Venezuela or Angola?
A lot of coke in Venezuela, a lot of money in Venezuela, a lot of hooer in Venezuela. Don't know an awful lot about Angola, but that doesn't sound a great place to live, so I'm going to go Angola is shittier than Venezuela.
Wrong. Venezuela is shittier than Angola, okay?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I don't bother getting into the reasons why. It just, on the list, it's higher than, or lower, whatever you want to call it, okay? Zimbabwe or Iran?
Zimbabwe.
Easy. That was an easy one, wasn't it?
Easy. After your man wrecked the place, what was his name?
Tutankhamun.
No, it wasn't him.
Freddie Prinze Jr. No.
Oh, what was his name? I'm going to have to Google it.
My sexy assistant is
Robert
after
Mugabe.
saying, oh, Mugabe, yeah. That was the guy from Zoolander. My wife is shocked. My sexy assistant is after walking into the room, my recording studio, and just says that she's shocked that we talked about periods and tampons. I'm like, where have you been for 85 episodes? It's been fucking worse. So it has. At least you didn't slag her off this week, Kev.
No, Robert Mugabe.
Robert Mugabe. Well, I remember. What did he do? Was he a bad guy?
He was a bastard. He hated the whites.
Oh, shit. So he was like Hitler the Jews. Is that the right way of putting that?
No, not that bad. He just wanted to
right. Oh, right. Okay. So he was like, I'm not going to say that. Right. So next one, Kev. Sudan, or one of my favorite films ever, Madagascar.
Sudan's a whole.
Yeah, and Madagascar has talking animals.
People go there on honeymoon and stuff like that.
Do they?
Yeah.
And that's in the top 10, though. Like, it is, all these countries are in the top 10, you know what I mean? So,
okay.
But yes, Sudan is shitty.
Why did you go to Madagascar?
I just want to see the animals talk.
Yeah,
that's all I want to know. I love that film, but I can't get the kids into watching it at all. Lebanon or Libya?
Oh, that's a dodgy. They're too. Like, our mate has been there twice. I think a few times to the two different ones.
At least
Libya. It's not Liberia. Libya is now really bad, isn't it? So I think Libya's got really bad. So I said Lebanon's on the way up. So I'm going to go Lebanon is better.
Lebanon. Oh,
is better. So Libya is worse.
Libya is worse. Wrong. Lebanon is worse. Yeah. Now, what I will say though is, in the top 10, they were 4 and 6.
Okay.
So not a massive
difference.
Right?
I knew it was close.
Yeah. Now, the last matchup that you have, Kevin, this round, okay? I don't know where this place is. I've never heard of this country before in my life. And I'm looking it up trying to find out where it is, and I still don't know. So, it's Suriname. S-U-R-I, and then name. N-A-M-E.
S-U-R-I. Yeah.
And then N-A-M-E. Like, there's 618,000 people living in it.
That's in South America.
Right. So there.
I think it's Suriname.
Right. So there or Argentina. That's who your matchup is, Kev.
See, you wouldn't have put Argentina against them. You're trying to fuck with me there.
It's the last two, man. It's the last
I'm saying Argentina is worse than Suriname.
And you are wrong, Kev. You have sucked at this quiz,
man. I'm trying to read. I'm thinking too much about it.
Yeah, and they were 5 and 7. That's how close they were. Okay, so Kev, your top 5 now, right, is Venezuela, Zimbabwe, Sudan, Lebanon, and Suriname, as we're going to call it. Okay,
Suriname. I'm after Googling Suriname, right?
Yeah.
Is Suriname rich or poor? Suriname is small, natural resource, rich, upper middle income country in South America.
Yeah, but because of the misery thing, Kev, it's classed as number 5 in the top 10, right? Or the low 10, whatever you want to call it. So, Kev,
the economy is driven by an abundant natural resources, with mining accounting for. They're rich as fuck.
They're not, Kev. They're not. Right? Trust me, it's a shithole. Get out of here, right? So, you have 5 left, right? I want to bring it down to the top 3. So I'm going to pair off the following 4 countries, right? So who is worse? Sudan or Lebanon?
Sudan.
That is correct and right, my friend. Well done. Okay. So they go into the top 3. Okay. Venezuela or Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe.
Wrong. Venezuela, right? Yeah. Okay. So that leaves us with 3. I'm putting Suriname in as a wild card. Okay. So you have 3 left, Kev, right? You have Sudan. How do we pronounce this? Suriname?
Suriname.
Suriname? Could be Suriname. Nami. So it could. I don't think Google's going to tell you how to say it, Kev. So I don't.
Suriname. Just Suriname.
Right. So Suriname, Sudan, and Venezuela, right? They're your 3. Okay?
Hold on. Suriname.
Right. So
you hear it?
Yeah, Suriname.
Suriname.
Perfect. So the E silence, right? So Suriname, right? Sudan and Venezuela. 3 of the shittiest places that you can live. Give me them in order, Kev.
So the 4 of them.
3.
There's a 4.
Suriname,
yeah,
Venezuela, and Sudan.
I just said it. Suriname, Venezuela, Sudan.
So close, my friend. So Suriname, Sudan, Venezuela.
Venezuela's a shithole.
So the top 10 is this way. Starting at 10, Madagascar, Angola, Iran, Argentina, Libya, right? And then the top 5, which we were after having there, Suriname, Lebanon, Sudan, Zimbabwe, and Venezuela. That's your top 10 shittiest places. According to the Misery Index, I love the name of that.
Venezuela.
Venezuela is top, yeah. So the lower score is better, right? And the score that they have in this is 3,827.6, right? You know, the second one has 547. They're like 6 times shittier than Zimbabwe. Right? And some change on top of that. So yeah, right. But yeah.
So what's the best place to live?
Ireland. Yeah, that's a quiz for like another day. The best country to live in apparently is Canada, followed by Switzerland, Australia, and then Germany.
Hey.
Yeah, so it is like, hey, you know who's not in the top 10 now?
England.
Well, yeah, but I was going to say somewhere that you thought might be, only you'd probably die in a school.
America.
Yeah, they were 53rd in countries with the longest lifespan.
You remember watching that movie? Your man's in it. There's clips always on the Instagram and stuff like that. He was dumb at a Dumb and Dumber, and he was going for president. And he was like, "Why is America the best country in the world?" And whatever.
No. So let me explain to everybody what the fuck Kev's talking about. There was an incredible program done by a man Sorkin who did the West Wing and all that things called The Newsroom, which had Jeff Daniels, which is the guy that Kev's talking about.
Dumb and Dumber. Yeah.
Dumber, yeah, exactly right. As the anchor of a news station. I swear to God, news isn't fun. Watching a program about how to put it together and how somebody makes a decision to let's stop talking shite. Let's actually do the fucking news, right? The actual news. It's an incredible program. I was raging. He lasted like 2 seasons or something like that. Then I got cut off. But yeah, he was asked basically, why is America the greatest country in the world? To which point he had a seizure or something, right? And he says it's not. He was like, it's like 85th in this, it's that. Independence. He's like, Spain of independence, Iceland of independence, fucking France's independence. You know what I mean? He was like naming all these countries and that. The scene of it is incredible, though, right? I'll tell you what, if I can find it, I will find it. I'll put it up on our page, Kev. So I will, okay? So we can reference it to this week's show. Right, dude, top 5. You came up with a cracking top 5 this week that confused the shit out of me. And because I forgot to do it last week, Kev, I'm not going to be rude, right? I'm quickly going to call it top ones we got sent in by people because I forgot to do it last week, right? We got Braveheart, Shawshank Redemption, and Rocky 4.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Braveheart.
Shawshank Redemption and Rocky 4. But Rocky 4 was shit, wasn't it?
Rocky 4 was shit.
Right. Dirty Dancing, Grease, The Bodyguard, and Anchorman. I just want to say, Jennifer, there is no way you have not seen at least 3 of them films, hon. Okay, right? Dirty Dancing, Grease, and The Bodyguard, you have seen numerous times, okay? And another one we got sent in.
She says she didn't. She didn't.
No, she did. She get mixed up. Right. The other one then is how I am going to start my list for a change, Kev. I'm going to throw my number 5 in, right? Because it matches Amanda, who sent hers in. Star Wars. Never watched any of them.
None of them.
Is Star Wars the one with the big round ship and that man has the face that looks like you stood on it?
What?
Nope.
That's Star Trek.
Well, I haven't watched that one either. Star Wars is Indiana Jones. That guy. What do you call him? Harrison Ford.
No. Well, he's in the original ones, yeah.
Right. Haven't seen any of them. Like a moment of it, like, no, that shit. No references of it. Yeah, lady not Lady Gaga, Rachel and Friends, Princess Leia and the Gold Bikini. I only remember references to it. I have never watched any Star Wars movies at all.
Goodness.
Have you have done? I take it, yeah?
Yeah.
No, I'll stick
it's that. It's something you watch.
Yeah. What do you mean? Doesn't that last like 4.5 hours or something like that?
Not each movie.
Yeah, but unless they all lasted 4.5 hours together, then I might fucking watch it. Like, but no. Star Wars, number 5 in my list, Kev. Give me your first one.
Pulp Fiction.
What?
Pulp Fiction.
So you've never seen that thing with Samuel L. Jackson and the gun? I can't remember what he says.
I've only ever seen the one. Remember the things in the mouth? Never watched the movie though.
Oh, fuck you. Kev, can't you name that film? Mr. Green, Mr. Thing. They had different names and all that kind of stuff.
Reservoir Dogs.
That was it. That's not with the thing.
I thought that was the same movie.
No, 2 different films, Kev. Okay. So it is. Reservoir Dogs is a fucking savage film, though. So it is. Right, Kev, yeah, right, Pulp Fiction. Fuck, right, okay. See, I am. My list is very much built on franchises. So this is a top 5, which has about 50 movies to it, okay? So my next one is Harry Potter. Again, I remember this top 5 is top 5 of the best films you've never seen. So I'm presuming I haven't seen it. So they've made like 6 of them. So I have to put Harry Potter on that list because I think I might have started to watch one at one stage and just was like, what the fuck am I watching here? I was like, turn this shit off. No. Yeah, Harry Potter was a... No, I don't...
My number 4 is Schindler's List.
I definitely think I did see it. I'm nearly sure I did when I was young.
Like it's an iconic movie about World War II and what do you call it? The
Jews,
concentration camps and the Jews and stuff like that. But I've never watched it. Don't plan on watching it.
No, well, so why would you now? You know what I mean? Like, why would you now? Like, if you were going to watch it back then, it's because we were probably doing something about it in like school or some shit like that. Like school and all that. Like, yeah.
Well, what was your number 3?
Benjamin Button.
You call that iconic?
I have no idea. The only reason I know I never watched this, I went through a phase where I bought about 170 DVDs, right? And it was still in the wrapper when I threw it out. I didn't even take the plastic off it. It might
that was when HMV was there. Remember when HMV? What a day HMV used to be there. And you get films for $5. It was great.
I used to love like Amazon before everything cost so much to get. Like I remember you used to be able to buy like 5 fucking DVDs of Amazon for like a tenner or something. You know what I mean? It was stupid. Like I used to buy like Field of Dreams and all them films I used to love over the top.
What a movie.
Yeah, and over the top. Always got to give that a shit. But no, I don't know if it's an iconic movie or not. It's Brad Pitt. He gets younger as he gets older or something like that. We call a certain person on our football team Benjamin Button. And the reason why we call him is because every year when we do a bleep test, this man gets older, his bleep tests get better, and he looks younger as he does it. It's not James Milner. It's our captain, our fearless leader, Mr. Owen McGuinness. He is our...
And he wasn't there, Pickle. I when I heard he wasn't at your final, right?
Germany.
Because he was in Berlin at a fucking stag.
Thanks,
I was like, hang on a second, like, whoa.
Yeah, I know he was. Trust me, nobody was more whoa than fucking him. Like, you know what I mean? Try and get the game changed and everything, but the league was having none of it. Like, but no, listen, I'm gonna go with Benjamin Button as my number 3, Kev. Well, and I'm sorry if it's not iconic, guys. No, you're number 3, Kev, because I went first.
Oh, my number 3 is It's a Wonderful Life.
The guy in the rain with the umbrella, no?
No, that's Singing in the Rain.
All right, then I might not have seen this one.
It's a Wonderful Life. It was Christmas. I don't know all about it. It's on Christmas morning every year.
With the ghosts.
I don't know, Pickle.
I think, yeah, fucking your man from Ghostbusters had his own film, Scrooge. The ghosts come back.
That's a different movie, Pickle.
No, but is it not the same premise? Is it not that he has visions?
I have no idea. I have never seen the movie. You're asking me a movie that I've never seen.
Well, apparently it's a great film.
Apparently it's a fantastic film and it makes people cry and it's all lovely and doubly and all that sort of carry on. It's a movie you should always watch. I never watch it.
I'd be shocked that wasn't on in the background in your house growing up as a kid. I opened in the presents and that was on in the background.
My father wouldn't have that straight on.
Would he not?
No, he didn't.
Ah, Jesus, hey, right, okay.
The only movie I remember on Christmas morning was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, every fucking year, but guaranteed. Hey,
that was on at 7:10 on RT2. Like that was it. Like
how was you set up for the day, Kev?
I was set up then.
Like, right, another franchise movie, which I of course have not seen. This time and I'm not even sure what this one's about. Lord of the Rings.
What? You've never seen Lord of the Rings?
I'm really not even sure. I'm going to ask you some questions here, right? The wee green guy,
Gollum,
he's like has a sword or something, no?
A ring,
and is he the guy that says like
Lord of the
Rings? But is he the guy that's like backwards walk, you shall forward, or something like that? I don't know what. Right? No,
that's Star Wars.
Oh, right.
You're thinking of Yoda.
Oh, well, who's the Gollum guy? Right, this is bad on with this.
Hello, my precious.
Oh, yeah. Okay, right. Again, I've not seen it, but yeah, I now know who that is.
Not Yoda. Fucking mixing up all the movies.
So Yoda was the talking backwards guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, was he? No.
Like rocket we crash into, we shall, or something like that. Like
no, Yoda him.
I thought that was the ring guy.
No, that was Yoda.
Right. Okay.
I think.
Yeah, but no. So
Dwayne. I'm sorry, Dwayne. I'm really sorry. Hold on, I'm gonna check this.
Yeah. So like, obviously, guys, as you can tell from my list, it's very much a. If I had watched these films, I would have spent a lot of time.
I am right, Yoda.
Yeah, I would have spent a lot of time. And Yoda was Star Wars. He talks backwards, right? And what does your guy do in the Gollum fella apart from look like a fucking freak?
He's trying to. He walks at the ring and he tries to steal it, and then he tries to protect it, all over the place. Poor Gollum.
Oh, poor Gollum. Right, Kev, what was your number 2?
I referenced at the start of the show, but I've never seen the movies. Goodfellas.
Pizza.
No, the movie.
All I know about them films. I don't know if my number 1 is joint to your number 2 then. So Goodfellas was
no mention your number
Mafia?
1.
No, it was Mafia.
It was one of the Mafia movies. Like you had Ray Liotta, God bless his soul.
Oh fuck yeah. I actually watched. Did you see that last
Joe
thing
Pesci and Al Pacino?
Did you watch the last program that he did, Ray Liotta? I told you to watch it. It's on the app. It's called Blackbird. It's based on a true story. 6 episodes of it, right? Guy goes into jail to get a confession out of a serial killer guy. True story, so it is. But that was the last thing he was acting in, and like, gotta be honest, he's a role he played in it. Like he didn't look fucking great. Like he really didn't look great at all. Like you know what I mean. But yeah, I think he actually had just finished filming, because at one stage in the middle of the program there's a death and they don't show you the body, and you're led to believe that it was him or something like that. But then he actually shows up again. It's a bit fucking weird. So it is. But yeah, right. So Goodfellas, again, a franchise. Was that one or was a few of them? No,
I think there's also only one of them.
Right, then I'm getting mixed up with my number 1, which is
okay. I think your number 1, then my number 1's going to be the same.
If I was to say You Are It to My Son,
I've never seen the movie, so I don't know.
Well, we know the name of it. We know the name of the film.
Okay.
And you are that to my son.
Yes.
Here we go. And for everybody who doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Isn't that mad? If we were the same number 1.
The Godfather.
Look at my guns.
Jesus Christ. Anto, we proud of you. So
Godfather.
The Godfather.
Never seen them.
Seen references to it. Seen, like, isn't that the one where he's stroking a pussycat on his
Pickle? I've never fucking seen the movie.
No, but you'd hear about. Like, I haven't seen it either, but you see stuff and hear stuff. No. The Godfather, I presume, was a very good film.
There was 3 of them.
Mustn't have been too bad, didn't it? Unless it got shite.
1972, 1974, and 1990.
Fuck. There was a big gap between the second and the third.
Yeah.
So it was, So the Godfather.
Your mom was in it. James Cain was in it.
Yeah, he's dead, isn't he?
He's dead, yeah. The father from, what do you call it? Elf.
Yeah. I loved when we both went the same thing there. We could have been talking about any fucking movie there at all, but it had to be Elf, so it did like that. But yeah, I have to say that was a film that I know is probably massive.
Yeah, massive. And I've never seen it.
But not to me and Kev. We were too busy growing up at them ages watching Major League and Cannonball Run and Smokey and the Bandit. Jeez, I just named 3 of my favorite films in the history of the world there in one go.
Smokey and the Bandit. I love Smokey and the Bandit.
I fucking love Smokey and the Bandit. And now it got shit towards the end when the truck took over and he was Smokey. It was better when fucking mustache.
What's his name?
Tom Selleck. Kurt Russell. No. John
Russell.
Swayze. Russell.
Was it
Kurt Russell?
It was a Smokey. It was a Russell.
It was a Russell. Kev, I'm just looking through this week's show to make sure we haven't left anything out. And you know what?
Burt Reynolds.
He definitely was a Russell in there somewhere. The dog, he had a dog. He had a dog, and the dog was a Russell. What do you call it? A silverback Russell. I know nothing about dogs. Kev, we have probably chatted for a little bit longer this week.
Smokey and the Bandit was a Basset Hound. Do you know the name of his hound?
I'd love if it was Russell.
No, it's a four-letter name beginning with F.
Fuck, I was going to say Frank. Fam. I have no idea.
Fred.
Oh, for God's sake, the only name that starts with fucking F with 4 letters. I can fucking think of it. Stupid fucking name, hey. Fred West, hey. Fucking, you know what I mean? That name died with Fred West.
Wait, I do show. People giving out themselves for not knowing the name called Fred. Guys, I'm sorry, but that's one of the funniest things we've done in a lot of people giving out themselves for not realizing the only name begins with F with 4 letters.
Man. Fred. I am aware to bang me head against the wall. Frank could have been another one.
I'm never doing the fucking crossword with you. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God, fucking Fred. Tell you, Fred West. That's the only Fred I know. Right, Kev. I think that's a pod show for another week.
Very good,
guys. One quick thing. Keep an eye out for Tony's. That's all we're saying.
Yes.
Just keep an eye out
and order it.
Now, it might be this week, could be next week, right? But
I don't think he knows yet, but every time you order it, we get half the money of each order.
And this will all make sense at some point, right? But yeah,
so if it costs you a tenner, we get a $5. So order loads of them, and we get a $5 each time.
Love it, Kev. Love it, hey. Listen, guys, as always, thank you so much for joining us this week. We will get talking to you again next week. Have an awesome week. We love yous, Kev. I love you.
All the best. Thanks, Fred.